Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fantasy Life I. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can get all 50 max affinity objects. In case you didn't know, once you hit the max affinity with any of your buddies, which unfortunately I think the only way to check that is going to the party formation over here, either in like the guild office or anywhere you can change your party formation. So talking to like Skelegon or interacting with the area towers over in Gynormosia also allows you to do that. So going over here and then selecting the different buddies, you can see their affinity. Once you hit max affinity with your buddy, if you go over to your island over here in the present, any of your villagers can give you an item. Now you are limited to one of these gifts every single real life day, so you will actually have to time travel 50 times, or you would have to have played naturally for 50 days if you want to get all of these furniture pieces. By the way, if you don't have max affinity with the villagers yet, they will still give you an item, but it's just not going to be their max affinity object, which for 49 of your buddies is going to be the strangeling that you can get. So for Laura here, for example, she had the free-spirited cap strangeling, which you then had to go over to the goddess statue in order to get Laura. After you get her affinity up to the max level, which is 5 hearts, she will give you the strangeling, and you can actually use this as a furniture piece. That's going to be the case for 49 of these buddies. The 50th buddy, which this might be a minor spoiler, that buddy is going to be Euelia. I made a separate video about that where the actual butterfly transforms into Euelia, and that is how you can get your 50th buddy. Since she did not actually have a strangeling, she's not going to give you a strangeling as object or furniture piece, but she's actually going to give you this nostalgic ornament instead, which I believe is way better. Also, such a nice throwback to the old 3DS game. Everyone who played that knows what I'm talking about. So by now you actually already know how to get these furniture pieces, but I'm going to share with you a couple of tips to boost the affinity with your buddies as fast as possible. So as I mentioned, you will actually have to time travel or just naturally go into a new day to get these gifts from your buddies, but every single real life day you can also gift your buddies yourself. So if I talk to Sophie over here, she's gonna tell me, okay, what do you need? And I have the option to give her a gift. Sometimes the villagers are being like kind of stubborn and they just want to keep talking to you, or they don't really allow you to give them a gift. I don't know why that is. If that is the case, I suggest just time traveling to a different day, which I always have to say this when I talk about time traveling. Make sure you time travel into the past, so one day into the past, and then just go back to your current date. Those are the 2 dates you should be time traveling between, but normally you should have the option to give a gift to one of your buddies. Now in the description below I will have linked a Google sheet with all of the different recipes in it, or at least a lot of the exclusive recipes in the game, and the last part of that Google sheet should also be a page with all of the buddies' favorite foods inside of it. So over here, that is going to be this page of the Google sheet, the buddy favorite foods page. You can see all of the different buddies in the game, all 50 of them, and their favorite foods. This is going to be the best gift that you can give them, boosting their affinity the most. So let's say you want that really cool ornament for the like goddess statue from Euelia, you would be best off giving her, I think this is like the magical milkshake, which is actually pretty difficult to make. But over here, that's also, I think that's apple juice, which is a very easy thing to make. I recommend just making some apple juice, making it top quality if you can, gifting that to her, and that's going to be the way you can boost her affinity the quickest. So right now I'm looking at Sophie. Unfortunately, we only have the like picture of the meal, so we don't have the actual names beside it. So let's see if I actually have these recipes in the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I actually have this meal on me right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to craft it if I have the recipe. Or hold on, it looks like I actually had this in my inventory, so I just looked over it, which is fine because I actually wanted to take a look at Sophie's affinity before we give her a gift. Okay, never mind, she's a bad example. I already have 5 affinity with her, so we're not gonna see if I actually get any more hearts. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take Mustang over here because I have 0 affinity with this guy, and let's see how much a top quality of his favorite meal is going to give him. So let's change Laura over here into Mustang so I have him permanently on my island. Apparently he really likes the royal omelette, so I made it top quality. Now this is only a 3-star recipe, so he also likes the swordfish head a lot. I made this top quality as well, and this is a 4-star recipe. I don't actually know if this affects the amount of affinity they receive, so we're gonna test that out right now as well. well. I'll put up a cross save over here, which I'm gonna reload after this because it's gonna be easiest to tell how much affinity they get if we start at like their 0 affinity point. Let's start by giving him the Royal Omelette Plus. So this is the high quality recipe and 3 stars. He also gave me a gift in return. I don't think they always do this, or they might just do it if you give them like one of their favorite meals. The gift they give in return, by the way, I don't think is ever something good. Please let me know if you received like something crazy as a return gift from one of your buddies, but let's check out how much affinity we got from that. So our boy Mustang over here, we gave him the high quality Royal Omelette, which should be one of his favorite meals, and he gave me a little less than half a heart of affinity. Let's try giving him the swordfish head next. All right, over here, the swordfish head, also of high quality. Kind of weird because he doesn't give me the same text. I remember normally the buddy should say something like, "How did you know this was my favorite meal?" And Mustang is not saying that, so I don't really know. But as you can see right here, he did definitely get a noticeable difference in affinity over here. So before we barely got half a heart, and right now we have like about, I'd say, 3/4 of a heart. So that does make me want to say that you probably get more affinity if you give them a higher rank meal. So if you're able to do so, you should probably give them as high rank of a meal as you can. So now there's only one thing left to do, and that is to actually get one of these max affinity objects. I was pretty close to being max affinity with Sloane over here, so giving him the onion soup plus should get me there. I didn't actually get a notification of the game telling me that I got max affinity, so let me check up on that. You have got to be kidding me. I'm literally, I can't even see a little bit of the heart that is left to be filled out. That is absolutely stupid. Anyways, I guess I can demonstrate the date and time changing then. I'm playing on Switch right now, so what you want to do is just go over here to the system. You can go over to date and time. Previously I went 1 day into the past, but after that most of the time I just use this option where I synchronize back with the clock, and it's going to bring me back to my current date. So just like that, if I go outside now, it should be a new day, and I'll be able to give a gift to Sloane again. So she's going to be right over here, at least I'm pretty sure. She's a girl, right? But as I mentioned before, she was doing one or another stupid activity, so I can't actually give her a gift, but talking to her was actually enough to boost me over the amount that I needed. So right now I do have max affinity with Sloane. Pretty nice. So right now what I need to happen is I just need to run around the island and wait for Sloane to come to me. Normally she should be the only villager that appears, because I'm pretty sure if the game recognizes that one of your villagers has reached max affinity with you, they will make sure that that villager is going to be around running somewhere. So let's sleep in this bed, sleep until morning. I don't think I need to change the date or anything for this. Let's take a look. Where's Sloane? She's going to be right over here, and as you can see, she wants to talk to me, and she's going to give me her Strangeling normally. Just like that, we got the sleepy pillow. So that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do. Also, I should normally be able to give her another gift because we changed dates, so just like this, you know, that works as well. But with that, that is going to be it for this guide. Normally, following along with that Google sheet with all of the buddies' favorite foods should be correct, so I do recommend making use of that list. So with that, you can now fill your entire island with 49 strangelings and 1 ornamental piece for the goddess ship, if you would want to do so, of course. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful and you want to see more stuff just like this, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Not even 5% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so I would appreciate it a lot if you would do so. Yeah, with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, later. Bye.